Sydney Local Health District honours Professor Douglas Joshua as he retires as Head of Haematology after 45 years at RPA.
Not bad for a post-transplant appearance.
Professor Joshua started as a medical student in 1968. In the years since, he has helped to frame Royal Prince Alfred Hospital's reputation as a world-class research institute and has played a part in transforming the treatment of blood cancers.
It was a time when I entered where we were just developing chemotherapy protocols for the first time, and I certainly remember being the first person to use as a registrar certain chemotherapy protocols which are now standard, certain drugs which are now standard and in the hospital, and that was probably a very exciting time.
Professor Joshua says he started in haematology because it offered a chance to work both in the lab and with patients, but his job has never looked the same for very long.
It's really hard to imagine when you think back to what we did in those days. Essentially, haematology was a descriptive specialty. We could look at cells and stain them and describe them, but we could do little else. We had no idea of how they properly functioned. We had no idea of the genes and the molecular biology. And now we are a totally automated system. We can look at cells in ways that we never thought imaginable, like with flow cytometry, which allows you to analyse millions of cells for surface molecules and intracellular molecules.
Professor Joshua lists hosting the 2005 International Myeloma Workshop as one career highlight, but says life-saving advancements, such as the treatment for chronic myeloid leukemia, have transformed patient care.
I now appreciate that what I was taught as a registrar and as a young consultant about chronic myeloid leukemia was clearly wrong. And a drug came along which has actually revolutionised the disease that was always fatal, and now is virtually never fatal, or very few % of people have truly refractory disease. And it really is the forerunner of all the targeted therapies that we now use.
Professor Joshua says he is looking forward to family time in retirement, but he'll be watching as the next generation of haematologists continue to stride forward.
I've no doubt that within a decade, every significant malignant tumour will have a genome analysed, and so that we can perhaps target specific treatments to particular genomes. I mean, this is already happening in diseases like melanoma, and in the United States it's certainly happening in lots of situations. I think that'll come to us, and we'll be able to very cheaply do genome analysis on all tumours, so we can really attempt to target therapy. And I think that'll probably be what will happen, but I don't even think we can imagine what will happen in the decade's time.